Earlier today, an update released for SOMA, a game from Frictional Studios who made the Amnesia series. On this game's 10-year anniversary, SOMA was given the birthday present of a mysterious update today. While I was checking for Steam updates this morning because Slime Rancher 2 is finally hitting 1.0 after like 3 years, give me my slimy babies, damn it, I saw this update for SOMA. Now, to anyone who hasn't played this game in 10 years, this probably would have just flown under the radar. And also, who still has a 10-year-old game installed on their computer? Me, apparently. Not only because I mention this game in practically every one of my videos, but also because I'm so desperate for mature horror in this era of mascots and furry bait that I've replayed a 10-year-old horror game like 7 times now. Because of this, I've played through this game's intro so many times that I knew exactly what this update was talking about. At the start of the game, the main character, Simon, can check his computer for various story reasons. From my experience, I knew there was no such spam filter on his computer, as you can see here in some previously recorded footage. But after this update, this is what I found. Notice anything different? Now, corrupted technology is literally the driving force of SOMA's entire plot, but almost immediately I recognized what it was we were dealing with. An honest-to-gonest ARG. Thankfully, this message didn't take me long to figure out, and this string of nonsense at the bottom was pretty easy to decode. If we look in the main body of the email, we can see various glitched text at seemingly random points, but to quote Pan and Koak, that didn't stop me. Each one of these glitches is a one-for-one replacement of a single letter. For example, these 3 asterisks are an H, and these 2 carets replace R. Using all of that, we could completely decipher the string at the bottom to reveal hotelsamsara.com. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. Following this URL, after accidentally misspelling it once, I landed on this webpage. Hotel Samsara advertises itself as a luxury experience that promises to deliver on the promise of discovering what lies beyond. This lines up directly with the concept of Samsara itself. While I'm absolutely certain the concept is deeper than my 5 minutes on Wikipedia understanding, Samsara is a religious concept that refers to the cycles of many different things, but also the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, and boy does that sound like a fun concept for a horror game. So if it wasn't already obvious, Frictional Games is about to drop something big. But what can we suss out from this new game? First, we see the company name Luxury Next in several spots, and it seems to own Samsara Hotel. Via a quick search, we can find an actual website that I'm pretty sure is just a coincidence. Like, this is actually a legitimate company that's been around for more than a decade, so unless this is a really strange cross-promotion, I don't think there's much more we can glean from this. The next thing I did was sign up for the mailing list, which asked me a question. Am I one of many or one and only? Now, I may be a YouTuber who makes gaming content, but I only have 46,000 subs, so my ego hasn't yet reached dream levels of arrogance, so I chose one of many. I don't think this had any change on things, but rather, maybe a further reference to the game's story. Samsara is a cycle that includes all things, and is directly related to karma, and karma can be accumulated across past lifetimes of many. Keep that in mind while we move on. The email I then got in real life contained this URL, which confirmed my subscription to this newsletter, but what's more interesting is the URL, from Kepler Interactive. This is a game publisher, the same one that has made games like Sifu, Pacific Drive, and even Clown Obscure Expedition 33. This very clearly means that this new Frictional Games game is being published by Kepler Interactive, but who cares about boring stuff like developer-publisher relations? Let's get to that good shit. Looking further, we can find out that someone named Felix is going to be a large part of the story, as these testimonials constantly name him as someone who seems to have an almost supernatural command over risk and luck, to which he is probably using to cheat at gambling. But remember the title of the hotel, Hotel Samsara, and Samsara is heavily linked to karma. Felix doesn't have supernatural luck, he has supernatural karma. Now, outside of My Name is Earl, wait, most of my audience is too young for that, outside of Dragon Ball Z Abridged,
Hey, Little Green, do you believe in karma?
Karma is actually a lot more complex than do good things and good thing happen to you, but that is a part of it. While somewhat debated by Hindu scholars, a sentence I never thought I would say on this channel, in general, karma is directly linked to Samsara, and specifically liberation from Samsara, aka Nirvana. Now remember what I said about karma being cumulative across different lifetimes, and I think we can get a decent theory as to what this game might be. Your character, whether it be some new character or Felix himself suffering from amnesia, given the series' running theme of, well, amnesia, is for some reason trapped in the Samsara Hotel. This vibes with the theme of Samsara being a cycle one seeks to escape via positive karma. Thus, escaping this hotel somehow involves improving your karma, and likely discovering what you did to make your karma so garbage in the first place. Whether improving your karma is done via moral choices or some kind of plot-induced redemption, I can't say. But what I can say with some confidence is that it is going to involve you competing with Lynn from Ghost Trick for the most deaths in one night record. Now this of course will apply to whatever monsters are after you, but I'm willing willing to bet it's also going to be story relevant. To speculate on this, we can see this sign that says, Lobby Services, the start and heart of your Samsara stay. This immediately brought to mind Amnesia the Bunker, which had a very light roguelike mechanic. I think because of the Bunker's success, Frictional Games is now focusing a lot harder on the whole roguelike aspect. I mean, for one, roguelikes are absolutely popping off right now, and two, just think about that phrase, the start and heart of your stay. This is absolutely something that would best describe your spawn point every time you die. Plus, with karma being a concept that carries across different lives, there are going to be various elements of the game that will persist through each death, whether this be changes to the environment or your own character. Also similar to the Bunker, the end goal is to escape, and again, this lines up with karma, samsara, and nirvana. The hotel's description itself says that mankind has dreamt of what lies beyond, and that Hotel Samsara is a promise like no other where wishes will come true. It could be that Felix specifically designed the hotel with the intention of reaching nirvana, and maybe not just for himself, but for the other guests as well, though it's a bit too early to say on that part. So, in summary, Amnesia Samsara, or whatever they end up calling it, is going to be a horror game with roguelike elements and heavy themes in the concept of karma, samsara, and nirvana. Your character will explore the hotel and somehow attempt to improve his karma. Those various karmic actions you take will persist between deaths, and dying may actually be a necessary part of the story in some cases. And thus, the ending, or possibly endings, will revolve around whether or not you reach nirvana. In the end, whatever it is they're coming up with, I am extremely excited, and you can absolutely bet I'll cover it on this channel once it drops. Frictional Games is one of my favorite horror developers, and I'm just so excited there's something new. Now, I fully concede that I could be completely wrong about all of this, but in the case that I'm not, you heard it here first. Cheesine predicted Amnesia Hotel California. See you in my next video where I talk about trains a lot. Bye!